Exercise A. Meaning from context. Page 172.
The mountain gorilla. There are about 1,000 mountain gorillas in the world. They live in the African countries of Rwanda, Congo, and Uganda. In the past, these gorillas were in danger from illegal hunting and the conflict of war. The animals also suffered from air pollution from forest fires. However, in recent years, the gorilla population has increased because there are new national parks and wildlife reserves. The parks belong to the governments, but tourists can visit and enjoy the beautiful scenery. They limit the number of tourists carefully, and tourists only watch the gorillas from a distance. The gorillas could attack the tourists if they get too close. Things are improving, but there are still problems. Farmers require more land to grow their crops, and companies are looking for oil. As more humans move into the area and cut down forests, the mountain gorillas might lose their home in the future.
Exercise C. Page 173.
Belong to.
Pollution.
Scenery.
Require.
Conflict.
Attack.
Reserve.
Limit.
Crops.
Illegal.
Exercise E. Page 173.
Do the gorillas ever attack humans?
No, never, because the nature reserve has a fence around it. They limit the gorillas to that part of the national park.
That's good to know.
But anyway, gorillas leave humans alone if we don't get too close.
So who does the area belong to?
The government. They require you to get permission to enter.
Listening. Kariba Town, Zimbabwe. Exercise B. Main ideas. And Exercise C. Details. Page 174.
Hi, Dakarai. It's been a long time.
Hi, Jasmine. How are you?
Good, good. Tell me, how is life in Kariba Town?
Life is pretty good. A lot of tourists still come for the wildlife and scenery. You remember how beautiful it is, right?
Yes, of course. I remember when I visited Lake Kariba with you. It's amazing. Is it still popular for fishing?
Yes, it is. Tourists and locals love to boat and fish on the lake. But with more people visiting the area, we have some challenges. The lake is just one example.
What do you mean?
Well, the problem with overfishing is bigger than ever. We don't have enough of some species because there are too many fishing boats. And another problem is pollution.
Really? What's happening?
There's more plastic pollution than in the past. For example, there's a lot of plastic in the lake these days. You know, people throw away their trash like plastic bags and bottles. That's bad for wildlife near the lake.
I can't believe it. Is the pollution from the tourists or the local people?
It's probably a bit of both. Don't get me wrong. Tourism creates local jobs. Tourists come to see the wildlife, the elephants, leopards, baboons. They enjoy seeing all the nature in the area. But on the other hand, there's a conflict between local people and the wildlife. The people in Kariba want to grow crops, and animals want to eat the crops. Or local people want to move onto the animals' land, and the animals sometimes attack people.
Really? Does that happen?
It can, but most people in Kariba don't walk around at night to avoid any problems.
You don't go out at night?
Most of the time, no. In Kariba, daytime is for people and nighttime is for animals. animals can do whatever they want at night. Elephants might walk around outside your house, and leopards could walk down the main street.
Really? I can't imagine an elephant outside my house. Not here.
Well, this is a very old city, but there was no Kariba town before the 1950s. The land around Kariba belonged to the animals.
And then they built the dam.
Yes, that's right. Then they built the dam to create the lake. You know, when the water behind the dam began to rise, people had to save a lot of animals. They went in boats to get them. Can you imagine? It's not easy to get wild baboons and zebras into a boat.
So how are the animals doing now?
Not very well, I'm afraid. They created the lake to help the people who visit and live in Kariba town, but it limits the animals' land. There's a wildlife reserve near the lake, but it's very small and a lot of people hunt the animals even though it's illegal.
That's awful. Why are they doing that?
Well, sometimes they're afraid. They think the animals might attack them. Most of the time, though, the people are hunting for food. A lot of people in Kariba town are poor, and hunting is a way to feed their families. It's a problem. People require food to eat, of course, but the animal reserve is worth a lot to Zimbabwe. The wild animals are an important part of nature and of Africa, and they still bring tourists into the country as well.
Tourists and money from tourism. I can see that more people in the area is good in some ways, but it also leads to conflict.
That's right.
Pronunciation. Recognize reduced words. Page 174.
In everyday conversation, speakers don't usually stress structure words such as is and than. These words are usually reduced to the schwa sound Be aware of this so that you can better understand what others are saying. Wildlife is more important than tourism. There are fewer tourists than in the past.
Exercise D. Page 175.
1. There are fewer tourists than last year.
2. There's more pollution than in the past.
3. Animal attacks are less common.
4. The land for animals is getting smaller.
5. The problem of overfishing is growing.
6. Kariba has problems with pollution.
Exercise D. Page 177.
Enjoy an eco-vacation. This year, why not take a more environmentally friendly holiday? Our Eco Hotel in southern Kenya offers you the most comfortable rooms in the area. It has views of Africa's most beautiful scenery, including its highest mountain, Mount Kilimanjaro. Our hotel is next to the famous Kimana Wildlife Reserve, where you can see lions, elephants, cheetahs, and zebras. The most important goal of the hotel is to help this wildlife, so part of your money helps the reserve. Our hotel also runs on solar power, and all the food comes from local farmers. So we have a better environmental record than other hotels in the area. What are you waiting for? Book now for the most amazing trip of a lifetime.
Exercise B. Pronunciation. Page 178.
1. There are fewer species of birds now.
2. The Indian Ocean is smaller than the Atlantic.
3. Our new park is bigger than the old one.
Exercise A. Model. Page 180.
Today, I'd like to talk about parks and green spaces in our city. There are several questions I want to answer. First, what are our parks like? I'll describe a local park near my house. Second, why are parks important? And finally, why do we need to build new parks in our city? By the end of my presentation, you will understand that parks are important for both humans and wildlife. So, let's begin. Take a look at this photo. I took it yesterday in my local park. The park belongs to the city, and I go there every day. As you can see, the scenery is beautiful. There are trees, plants, and a small lake in the middle. In the distance, you can see some buildings and a road. There are a few people in the park, and like me, they go there to relax and get away from the noise and pollution of the city. But there are things you can't see in this photo. You can't see all the animals and wildlife that live here. You can't see them, but they are here. There are birds in the trees and fish in the lake. At night, you sometimes see foxes playing in the park.